A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see you all. Hope you're all very well. Lovely to see so many people in the comments. Lots of people asking, is Ben all right? Now you see, that's a very deep question. I'm absolutely fine, everybody. Thank you so much for your lovely messages and tweets. So for those of you that were here yesterday, I was suffering a little bit from a sore throat. But the good news today is I am not suffering as much as I was yesterday, and certainly not as much as I was the day before. For those of you who are medical, yesterday I had to take quite a lot of ibuprofen and paracetamol. Today so far I've not needed to take any. I can still feel a little bit of something in the throat, but all is well. So thank you very much for your lovely messages. How's the voice? I'm going to take it steady, Gina. At least I'm going to attempt to. This is me. If you've been working with me for a while, this will often happen. I'll turn up at rehearsal thinking, sorry everyone, I'm going to have to sing down, and half an hour later it's get carried away. So I will do my best to sing down tonight, but there's so much great music, and woe to him alone. My goodness me, we're going to have fun with that, Altos. You've got such a great line in that movement. I may not be able to help myself, but that's fine. That's fun. So how is everybody? Hello, Sally. Great to see you. Thank you very much. All is well. For those of you who've been following the saga of the toxic smoke here in Bristol, we had a rather substantial fire at the docks about 3, 4, 5 miles away from here, and it was blowing toxic smoke across us for a couple of days. The fire is out, thankfully, and so we're not being inundated with toxic smoke anymore, just grotty weather. Sue is saying it might have been the fumes from the fire on Monday. Bless you, thank you. I came down with it over the weekend. So I think this is a good old-fashioned, my kids brought it home from school for me. They say the best gifts are things that you make yourself. So my children handed me something that they made at school, that is to say, a sore throat. So everybody, before we get started, I'll do my regular sound check, so just watch out if you're listening on headphones. Some of this may be a little on the loud side, okay? So first of all, we're going to bring this closer, turn up the mic about as loud as it's going to get. Bit of piano, again, this might be loud, so just watch out. Let's have a bit of something... identified one problem, which is the keyboard's in the wrong place. Let's put that down there and try that again. A little bit more piano, I think. So... that's a bit better. Good, let's have a bit of recording. So let's start with a bit of The Lord Hath Exalted Thee, which might sound familiar. Marvellous. And this one will be loud. Just watch out. This is Woe to Him. Oh, I can't wait for this one, folks. I really can't. The alto line for the two moves. Well, there's three movements. The Lord Hath Exalted Thee is a sort of a little something, or it's a soupçon, a little amuse-bouche in between our two main movements. So tonight, just as with the sopranos yesterday, we will start with The Lord Hath Exalted Thee as a way of warming up. Then we'll sing Woe to Him. Which is loud and a huge amount of fun, altos. It's going to take more than a few repetitions for you to nail it, but we'll go through everything tonight and you'll have so much fun, I promise. Some of you, if you've not sung it before, you will need to sort of hang on for dear life a little bit, but all will be well, I promise. The more you sing it, the easier it gets, and once you've got this particular movement, Woe to Him, into your head, oh, it's so much fun. It really is. It's like a formation dance with everybody else. It's great. And then Be Not Afraid. Oh, my goodness me. I got really quite emotional yesterday singing it, and I can't promise I won't do the same again tonight. It's all great. So many people here. Glennis has said, geez, Ben. Why is that? Is that because of the noise? Yep, it is quite loud. Absolutely. So who is it? Lots of lovely people. Hello, Kathy. If you want to make an person thing, you type the at and then type the person's screen name as they appear on screen, and then it will be highlighted when they see it. Hello, Chris. Thank you. I'm on the mend. Thank you. Everyone's being really very, very lovely and very sympathetic. being married to somebody who's medical, I'm not used to sympathy on these things. So thank you, everybody. No, I'm kidding. But no, I am very much on the mend and feeling a lot better and very glad to be here. So thanks all. So Glennis said, do I need crampons? I don't know what you're going to be doing, Glennis. Hello, Liz from East Lothian and Margaret from Stoke-on-Trent. Hello, Tricia from Maidstone. Fabulous. Hello, Karen. You've just come back from seeing your dad in Penzance, where the pirates come from. I love me a bit of GNS. Can't beat it. And in fact, if you are a fan of Gilbert and Sullivan, you will particularly enjoy Mendelssohn's music, because Sullivan was massively influenced by Mendelssohn. And you can hear all sorts of little touches. In Woe to Him, in fact, the end of it sounds like one of Gilbert and Sullivan's moments where there's about to be a big fight, you know, maybe in Princess Ida or in Pirates of Penzance, when the pirates and the police fight. And all the battle scenes sound like they've come straight out of Elijah. It's really funny. Tarantara, ra, 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 tarantara, 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 ra, ra, tarantara. Love me some GNS. Anyway, Liz is saying, you're married to a medic. Sympathy can be in short supply. Absolutely. What are you moaning about? Let me just check. Nope, you're not dying. Off you go. Fabulous. Hello, Lisa. Great to see you. Hello, Stephanie. Who else is stuck with the waters gather in their brain when it rains, says Helen. Yes, me. I am very much in that camp. When it rains, I hear the waters gather. They rush along. They rush along. They rush along. That's one of Mendelssohn's little one of Mendelssohn's gifts to us, actually, which I think he got from Schubert. Okay, bear with me a second. So if you know your classical music, you'll know that Schubert is an immensely important, vastly underrated composer, a huge, towering figure in the 19th century. And one of the things that Schubert does in his works is he puts lots of repeats in, lots and lots of repeats. Quite often, performers, when they perform Schubert's music, whether it's piano, songs, masses, whatever, they will cut out the repeats. But the point is, Schubert puts the repeats in so that when you sing it the second time, or play it the second time, or hear it the second time, you're familiar and you can start to relax and enjoy it. Mendelssohn understands, from having learnt from Schubert, that repetition is the key to songs and pieces and music and so on becoming familiar and audiences relaxing and enjoying them more. So when we go through this piece this evening, you will hear, in all the movements we're doing, a lot of repeated material, sometimes directly repeated. And you think about modern music, think about pop music, think about film music, what do? They play it again and again and again and again and again. And we've got that from Mendelssohn and Schubert. So, we owe Mendelssohn a huge debt, particularly those of us in the UK and in the USA and in Canada, where the kind of tradition of choral singing is very strong. Mendelssohn is a massive figure in choral music. It's one of the reasons I'm really glad we're doing his piece for our second big work. It's not the second big work, but you know what I mean. One of the things that Mendelssohn did that I'm particularly, that I admire him for, is he pioneered this idea of a kind of anthology concert. And you've got to remember, in Mendelssohn's time, people would go to a concert, but they wouldn't necessarily be educated in music history. We're incredibly, incredibly lucky today, everybody. I'm sure you agree. You can just go pick up your phone, your tablet, you can just put in Bach's St. Matthew Passion, you could hear 200 versions of the Matthew Passion. In Mendelssohn's time, most people had never even heard of Bach. And if you'd heard of him, you couldn't hear his music without paying money to go and hear a concert. So Mendelssohn, being so educated and so cosmopolitan in his musical education, meant he put on concerts where he would start with a piece of Bach or a piece of Handel. And he'd talk to the audience and explain where it came from. And then he'd play a bit of Mozart or a bit of Clementi or a bit of Haydn, and then he'd play a bit of Schubert, and then he put on some of his own music. So the audience could hear the development and could start to understand where this music could come from. We're lucky we can turn on YouTube, BBC, TV, whatever, and watch a documentary which explains it all for us. But Mendelssohn was the first musician, the first composer to come up with that as an idea for a concert. And I don't know about you, I've done so many concerts in my life that followed that idea. Bit of early music, bit of Bach, bit of Haydn, bit of Mendelssohn, then beyond that, bit of Wagner, something 20th century, and then a whole load of jazz and pop and so on at the end of the concert. Mendelssohn came up with that idea. Isn't that interesting? So anyway, that's the lecture over. So how is everybody doing? Answers everywhere, says Julie. Very, very wise. Wisdom beyond your years. Fabulous. Hello, Genevieve. Full weather in Ohio. How wonderful. Every day a learning day. That's my motto. Yeah, we're in such a privileged position, everybody. You have the entire world of knowledge. You're looking at it right now. I don't mean me, I mean YouTube. I've said this before, YouTube is the greatest educational resource in human history, bar none. It is phenomenal. You can learn so much through this channel. For example, in about 3 minutes, you'll be about to learn some music by Mendelssohn, right here. Oh, yes, let's get the likes up, shall we? Nora's just given us a nudge. Let's see if we can get... So let's see, we've got 200 people online and 58 likes. So let's see, let's get some mojo going. Got 60 now. Okay, come on, let's get those likes up, folks. Okay, it just helps us go up the algorithm. You like the Superman mug, says Jenny. Thank you very much indeed. Not all heroes wear capes. I was bought this by my children. Brenda says you love it when you go into teacher mode. Thank you, Brenda. 10 house points. Hello, Ruth. Lovely to see you. How's the car? Ruth has just got a new car today, everybody. Now, interesting. So Helen's just brought up a really interesting point about Felix's sister, Fanny Mendelssohn, who I will talk about at a future session. What an incredible musician. What an amazing composer. And yeah, I'll talk more about Fanny Mendelssohn. She is really, really important. And one of these figures in history who's been really massively unfairly overlooked. And so, yeah, we'll talk more about Fanny Mendelssohn. I mean, there are so many. Carol said only start when you get 200 likes. Fair enough. I'll just... 131. Let's get a few more of those going. So many female creatives throughout the centuries, and I know I don't need to tell you, have been overlooked and ignored and have had to publish under a pseudonym in order to be taken seriously. Fanny Mendelssohn is one such composer. I can thoroughly recommend, for those of you who want to hear more works by female composers, I thoroughly recommend the music of Amy Beach. Wonderful, wonderful musician. I've recently been sent a whole load of her music by one of our choristers. What a talent. And again, we'll talk about her in a future session. But everybody, we need to get started. My goodness, time has gotten away with us because I've been nattering. So we've got lots of lovely music to sing this evening. Please make sure, as always, you've got your refreshments ready. Make sure your phone's on silent, he said, putting his phone on silent. And make sure you've got the next hour blocked out. This is your time to engage with and enjoy this amazing music. So I think we'll get started out. There's lots to do. So a very, very good evening, everybody. I hope you are all very well. Thank you for joining me. It is the Alto rehearsal in week 5. And this is a really, really important moment for this project, everybody, because in half an hour we will pass the halfway point for the rehearsals for this project. So I'm really looking forward to passing over that point. And it's not to say that I'm not loving every rehearsal, because I really am. But it's really nice to sort of get to that milestone. And so half an hour, we will pass that point. We've got lots going on. Of course, please do read all your emails from Mark. He will always work really, really hard to make sure that the emails are as succinct as possible. But, you know, we're lucky to have such an amazing guardian angel as Mark looking over us and sorting out all of the admin and making everything run so smoothly. So thank you, Mark, and everybody make sure you read all of Mark's emails, please. So we're going to sing this evening The Lord Hath Exalted Thee, which is number 23. We'll start with that. We'll then sing Woe to Him, which follows straight on, number 24, and then we'll go back and we'll sing Be Not Afraid. After yesterday's rehearsal, I'm completely convinced that's the right way to do it. We start with the angst, then we finish with the hope and the joy. All right, so we'll get warmed up, everybody. If I could invite those of you that are happy to, as always, to be upstanding, plant the feet shoulders width apart, make the back nice and straight, make the neck long, and start to take some nice, deep, relaxing breaths. And those of you who are seated, if you could bring yourself to the edge of your seat, again, straighten your back, make your neck nice and long so you can benefit from all of the warm-up. And breathe, everybody. Blow all that air away. Breathe in relaxation, breathe in enjoyment, and breathe out any tension, breathe out any stress. And as you're doing that, just roll the shoulders around. And once you've rolled them one way, roll them back the other way. And then bring your shoulders up to your ears, please. Take a deep breath and let your shoulders fall. Lovely. Let all that air out. Splendid. Someone's just said, I think it's Carol, not quite an angel. Well, he's trying. What is it? Every time a chorister sings a happy note, a choral angel gets his wings. So I think what we'll do now is we'll do a bit of very gentle humming, everybody. So let's start on a B flat today. So you do have to sing this note at some point this afternoon, this evening. So let's hum this one together, please, altos. Here we go. And lovely. Now ooh. Ooh. Still ooh. And aw. Aw. Same sound. Aw. Now eh. Same sound. And ah. Very nice. And now after me, please, I'm going to drop down the octave, but please stay at your pitch as we sing ma, ma, ma. Everybody? Great. Ya, ya, ya. Thank you. Yaw, yaw, yaw. Thank you. You, you, you. Thank you very much indeed, altos. That's the highest note we're going to need for this evening, almost. So, if I can invite you, please, everybody, to turn to our first movement for tonight, which is number 23, The Lord Hath Exalted Thee. You'll find this on page 122 of our free score, and I'm just seeing in the comments, Catherine's posted, for those of you in the Novello score, this is 124. Okay, and this is another one of these nice little movements. If you remember, in the first half, we had something similar. As the youth was looking out at the water and so on, where we have some recitative from Elijah and Queen Jezebel, boo, boo, and the choir interacts and sort of interjects, very much like a lot of Bach's passions and cantatas. So there's quite a long bit of recitative, and just for those who haven't encountered the word before, recitative is sung speech. And so you'll find with most singers, particularly professional singers, they won't sing exactly the rhythm that's on screen. It's a guide, and the musicians will follow the singer. Okay, so Elijah sings for a little bit, quite a bit actually, and then the Queen comes in, Queen Jezebel, boo. At the bottom of page 123, she sings, Hath ye not heard? Heard he hath prophesied against all Israel. And the basses start this figure, which we then pick up over the page. The basses sing, we heard it with our ears, as opposed to anything else. So you come in the middle of that. So they sing, we heard it, and you sing, we heard it with our ears. Sing that for me, please, altos. Top of 1, 2, 4. After 1 and 1. We heard it with our ears. Very, very nice. Thank you. And this is hushed. Okay, it starts quiet. The idea is that as we proceed, this angst and this sort of Chinese whispers is starting to permeate, and people are getting more and more wound up. So this first one, we heard it with our ears, is your first sort of First it'll go at this. Then, hath he not prophesied also against the king of Israel? Then the basses in the next line sing, we heard it. And you then sing, we heard it with our ears. And this is getting louder. By the time you sing ears, you should be at a forte dynamic. So let's sing that together, please. Middle of 1, 2, 4, after 1, and 1. We heard it with our ears. Very nice. Now there's then a bit more of an extended recitative from Queen Jezebel. Boo. So she sings, why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? Doth Ahab govern the kingdom of Israel, while Elijah's power is greater than the king's? Ahab is her husband and is the king. So she's basically saying to it, well, my husband's the king. How come Elijah is governing? Boo. All right, so she then sings, the gods do so to me and more. And you get this really tense, very jittery sort of string accompaniment, which we then come in the middle of page 125. He shall perish, he shall perish, he shall perish. And so your line, I'm just going to do this in isolation, as it were, and then we'll run into it in a minute when we sing. But Jezebel gives you the note. So she sings, make not his life as the life of one of them whom he hath sacrificed. That's your note. At the brook of Kishon. And then, he shall perish, he shall perish, perish, he shall perish. Okay, that's your line. I'll sing it at your octave, so listen to it again. This is the middle of 1, 2, 5, and it's after 2. It's 1, 2. He shall perish, he shall perish, perish, he shall perish. All right, so the first one is, he shall perish. Sing that for me. 1, 2. He shall perish. Very good. Then it's, he shall perish. 1, 2. He shall perish. And then the last one, perish, he shall perish, is, perish, he shall perish. And, perish, he shall perish. And make sure you put lots and lots of drama, okay, into your face when you sing, so you sound convincing. Okay, let's do the whole line. 1, 2, 5. He shall perish. 1, 2. He shall perish. He shall perish. Perish. He shall perish. Great. Thank you. Now carrying on. The queen, Boo, then sings, hath he not destroyed Baal's prophets? Now that's your note, and you sing, he shall perish. So sing that for me, and he shall perish. Very good. And then, yea, by sword he destroyed them all. Now you sing, he destroyed them all. This is at the top of page 126. Sing that for me, and he destroyed them all. Now, where do you get your note for that? Well, you've got a number of options. You've just sung an A, okay? He shall perish over the page. So you can just think down a tone, and that gives you the G. Or, if you're quick, you can get your note from the Queen as she sings, yea, by sword he destroyed them all. And it's he destroyed them all. Okay, just a little hint to help you get that note. And then, he also closet the heavens, sings the Queen. And then we respond, he also closet the heavens. Listen to that. Okay, it's because the chord's changing halfway through the bar. He also closet the heavens. So let's sing that together. 1, 2, 6, third bar. Ready? And he also closet the heavens. Bear in mind, this is quite quick. And then she sings, and call it down a famine upon the land. Now, listen to this. Okay, and call it down a famine upon the land. Let's do that slowly. 1, 2, and call it down a famine upon the land. So it's a fourth. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, upper semitone, and then down a third. And call it down a famine upon the land. Once more with me. 1, 2, and call it down a famine upon the land. Great. So what I'd like to do, please, is to sing from your first entry. Well, actually, what we'll do is we'll go from the Queen's entry on 1, 2, 3. Have ye not heard? Heard he hath prophesied against all Israel. We heard it with our ears, everybody. Okay, so let's go from her first entry. If you haven't had a drink recently, please hydrate yourselves. You've got a couple of bars before you come in. And we'll let the Queen take the lead. Boo. Here we go. So the basses come in. And 1. We heard it with our ears. Very good. Basses. And 1. We heard it with our ears. Great. I'm going to skip forwards now. I love Janet Baker's voice, but we've got to be quick. So now, top of page 125. If by tomorrow about this time, ready for some He Shall Perish. Bar to go. And He shall perish, He shall perish, perish, He shall perish. That's your note. And He shall perish. And He destroyed them all. Same note. And He also closed the heavens. Ready? And call it down of falling upon the land. Okay. Fabulous. Now look, we'll sing that through again on Monday. You've got this now recorded. Practice with your recordings. If I'm honest, the little capsules we've just done, those little bars on their own, aren't difficult on their own. It's just practicing, chaining them together and getting used to it. If you've not sung it before, it's tricky, so please do rehearse with our resources. Okay, great. Now we need to move on because we've got lots to do. Can we now please look at the next page, which is number 24, Woe to Him. Now this is not a long chorus. It's only 4 pages, and some of the choruses we've done have been much more substantial than that. It's also very fast. It has a couple of sections in it that you're going to need to practice because they are tricky. Having said that, Mendelssohn writes very sensitively. I think the trickiest thing in this movement is counting rather than pitches. All right, so let's have a little look at it from the beginning. Woe to him. Now, I've said this before on this this channel. If a composer writes at the interval of a sixth, or that usually indicates high emotion, and you can't ask for a higher emotional state than this. The people are incredibly angry. They're wound up. They want to go out and they want to kill. Okay, they're the bloodlust, urge to kill rising, and so this is the crowd baying for blood before they head out to try and find Elijah. So the basses sing first of all, woe to him. Then the tenors, woe to him. Then the sopranos, woe to him up there. Your note is there. Okay, so your entry in bar 2 of Woe to Him goes like this. It's after 2, it's 1, 2. Woe to him, he shall perish. Listen to that again, just with the piano after 2. This is the second bar of Woe to Him. It's 1, 2. Okay, so there's some stuff going over bar lines. Just count the right length of beats and it'll be fine. So the him is 2 beats and he is 2 beats. So it's 1, 2. Woe to him, he shall perish. Sing that with me. 1, 2. Woe to him, he shall perish. Yeah, and of course perish is the strong word. It's the important word, so make sure you give me lots of pe. Okay? Then, as soon as you reach your perish, we then carry straight on and we sing, He closeth the heavens, He closeth the heavens. Okay, very Handelian this. You'll be singing lots of A's and G sharps in this movement. So, from the 4th bar, halfway through, He closeth the heavens, after 2, 1, 2. He closeth the heavens, He closeth the heavens. Very nice. And then we sing, and why hath He spoken in the name of the Lord? Listen to that again. 1, 2. And why hath He spoken in the name of the Lord? With me, 1, 2. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? And notice that on why and spoken, there is an SF, that's a sforzando. All right, and that's a big thump. All right, so make sure you give that plenty of oomph. Let's go from he closeth the heavens in the 4th bar. Ready? After 2. 1, 2. He closeth the heavens, he closeth the heavens, and why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? Excellent. Now this next phrase kind of takes that idea and really ramps up the intensity. So the last 2 bars going into the next page goes from and why. It's 1, 2. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? Lots of this kind of chromatic moving up in semitone. Listen to it just on the piano. 1, 2. Yeah. Name of the Lord at the end of the line. Let's sing from and why slowly. 1, 2. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? Good stuff. Well done. So obviously when we're moving quickly, that will pass in a flash. Practice it slowly. The old adage is true. If you can do it slowly, you can do it quickly when you sing it later on. Okay, let's sing from the top of the page to there. Okay, so your first entry after 2, woe to him. Let's have fun. Ready? 1, 2. Woe to him, he shall perish. He closeth the heavens, he closeth the heavens. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? Excellent. Have a drink of water. Rehydrate yourselves. Oh, dear. So, great. So now we're on page 128. And so we've got... Now, this bit I find is tricky because you have to count and the and whys that follow. I mean, musically, they're really easy. After 1, it goes 3, 4, 1. And why? Just that. Okay? So let's just sing that second bar on page 128, and then we'll talk about how to get the note in the right place. Okay? After 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And why? Nice and simple notes, but it's the timing of it. So you've just sung Lord, and then it's 2, 3, 4, 1. And why? Okay, you might just want to write it's up to you, but in your score, after Lord, you could write 2, 3, 4, 1, and then you'll come in the right place. I'll indicate it very clearly when we sing it through in a minute. Okay, now, middle of 128, and we're doing very, very well. Remember, this is only a 4-page movement. Okay, so the next 4 bars, again, pitch-wise, it's not demanding. It's not as high as Mahler, for example, or as low as Rachmaninoff. But timing-wise, there's a little bit of stuff going on in the second half of that phrase. You've got to be really, really aware of where the beats are. Okay, so let's just look at the first part of that. And why hath he spoken? It's nice and straightforward. Middle of 128. It's 3, 4, 1. And why hath he spoken? Let's just sing that. Ready? 3, 4, 1. And why hath he spoken? Oops, yes. I played it right and sang it wrong. Once again, please. 3, 4, 1. And why hath he spoken? Yeah, it goes all the way down to the G. And then from the Ken, it's Ken in the name of the Lord. Let's sing Ken in the name of the Lord. Ready? After 1 and 1. Ken in the name of the Lord. So let's sing spoken in the name of the Lord. Ready? Spoken. 3, 4. Spoken in the name of the Lord. So, and why, please, from the beginning of the line. And why hath he spoken? 3, 4, 1. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? Good. And then straight away it's the name of the Lord. Let's sing that together. It's the last bar in the middle line of 128. Okay, after 1, 3, 4, 1. The name of the Lord. Good, well done. So let's sing from the beginning of the line. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? Ready? 3, 4, 1. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? The name of the Lord. Excellent job. Practice that little bit. It's a little bit tricky, that. And now the bottom of 128, we've just arrived on the note of Lord there, and then we sing. Okay, I'll sing that for you from and why. I'm going to drop down the octave to save the old voice. Okay, so bottom 1, 2, 8 and why. It's 1, 2, and why, and why, and why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? So let's break that down into chunks. First of all, and why, and why. The first two and whys at the bottom of 1, 2, 8. Are we ready? 1, 2, and why, and why. Great, then it's, and why hath he spoken? Let's sing, and why hath he spoken, please? 1, 2, and why hath he spoken? Very good, and then it's, in the name of the Lord, in the name of the... One more time, in the name of the Lord. So let's go from, please, and why, and why. At the start of that line, it's the bottom of 1, 2, 8, it's after name of the Lord. Okay, bottom of 1, 2, 8, first bar, and why. 1, 2, and why, and why, and why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? Excellent, excellent. Well done. So let's move on. Middle of the next page. This is a relatively easier section, just relatively speaking, because it's just a simple repeated idea. And your line at 1, 2, 9 is, let the guilty prophet perish. Okay, let's sing that together. 1, 2, let the guilty prophet perish. Okay, one more time, and really mean it this time. 1, 2, let the guilty prophet perish. Very good. Very, very good. Now, the tricky thing with that, I find, is timing. If you notice, the basses come in with the let the guilty prophet idea at the end of 1, 2, 8. And then at the top of 1, 2, 9, the sopranos come in. And if you follow them, they go, let the guilty prophet. And then you start your let the guilty prophet as they sing perish. Okay, another way to think of it is you sing Lord, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, let the guilty prophet perish. Okay, middle of 1, 2, 9. We've now got an arpeggio. And this next 4 bars, have a listen to this. It goes up to a top D, it's loud, it's at the top of your register, it's a big moment. So listen to this, middle of 1, 2, 9, just on the piano, it goes. Except that should have been B naturals. Let me do that one more time. So it goes, I'll sing it this time. Let the guilty prophet perish. B naturals on the way down. Okay, let's sing that together. Let the guilty prophet, nice and big. 3, 4. Let the guilty prophet perish. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well done. So let's go back to the top of the page. So 1, 2, 9. Let the guilty prophet perish. All right, and then we've got one more page to do. Okay, it really is as simple as that. Top of 1, 2, 9. After 2. 1, 2. Let the guilty prophet perish. 3, 4. Let the guilty prophet perish. Job. Very, very good. Very good. Just as you're singing that on those long notes in that last little section, sing through the note, get louder as you go through, grow through, because you're creating suspensions. That's clashes against other parts. It's really nice. So now, we're back to this. Woe to him, woe to him, woe to him. Now here, you don't sing this note, you sing this note. Okay, I was talking about Neapolitan chords. This is an example of it. That flat note, the difference between that note and that note is a kind of sadness, a poignancy. Okay, it's almost like you're sad that you've got to go and kill him. So the basses go, woe to him, woe to him, woe to him, he shall perish. So your line from the bottom 1, 2, 9 is 1, 2. Woe to him, he shall perish. Sing that for me, altos, please. 1, 2. Woe to him, he shall perish. Excellent. Then, he hath spoken falsely against our land. Sing that for me. 1, 2. He hath spoken falsely against our land. Great. And now we're back in the zone of A's and G sharps. And us as we have heard with our ears. Sing that for me. And us. 1, 2. And us as we have heard with our ears. Very nice. And we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars to go. So we've then got to let the guilty prophet, let the guilty prophet. So let's listen to that. Middle of 130. It's 1, 2. Let the guilty prophet, let the guilty prophet. Okay, so let's do those together. Let the guilty prophet. 1, 2. Let the guilty prophet, let the guilty prophet. And then it's perish. Let's sing that together. Just perish and perish. And now you need to make the sh very, very short, because you then sing with everybody. So go ye forth, seize on him, he shall die. And that's with everybody. Let's sing that together. So go ye forth. And so go ye forth, seize on him, he shall die. Great. So let's just sing, please, from the middle of 130, from your let the guilty prophet to the end, and then we'll sing the whole movement twice. Okay? Let the guilty prophet, middle of 130, after 2. Ready? 1, 2. Let the guilty prophet, let the guilty prophet perish. So go ye forth, seize on him, he shall die. Brilliant. And what I love about this is when we listen in a minute, the orchestra gets quieter and quieter and quieter as the mob all just disappears off. And the last person out closes the door behind them. It's lovely. So let's sing this all the way through. Because the basses and tenors answer, we'll just go straight in from the beginning. Be ready with your notes. There it is. Have a sip of drink, please, if you haven't had a drink recently. I'm going to need one. Helen's asking, is it a B flat? It is a B flat. Yeah. Brilliant. And just in case, and it's lovely to have so many people joining us for the first time this evening. Hello, special guests. Thank you for your lovely comments. Mark is here with the troll hammer to get rid of anybody who decides to impress us with their extensive vocabulary. My advice would be, ladies and gentlemen, ignore those people who are trying to impress us with the fact they know some interesting words. And if you are watching, do please enjoy the culture. You're very welcome to come and join us. Now, everybody, time for Woe to Him. Big smiles. Here we go. Basses will lead. And woe to him, he shall perish. He claws at the heavens, he claws at the heavens. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? 2, 3, 4, 1. And why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? And why? Name of the Lord. And why? And why? And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let the guilty prophet perish. Let the guilty prophet, let the guilty prophet. And woe to him, he shall perish. He has spoken falsely, false against our land, and us as we have heard with our ears. Let the guilty prophet, let the guilty prophet perish. So go ye forth, seize on him. And then the orchestra getting quieter. Fabulous. Okay, I have an apology to make. I brought you in the wrong place in the middle. Sorry, Altos. Let's do that again. It is fast, all right? It's fast and furious. And to practice it, use your Coraline resources if you have them. Remember, there's a discount for SIC members. There are all sorts of things that can help you learn this one. Practice it slowly and then sing along. But let's do it again, and I'm going to bring you in the right place this time. Sorry, folks. Here we go. Same again. Woe to him. Here we go, and woe to him, he shall perish. He claws at the heavens, he claws at the heavens. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? And why hath he spoken the name of the Lord? 2, 3, 4, 1. And why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And why hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? And name of the Lord. And why? Hath he spoken in the name of the Lord? 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let the guilty prophet perish. 3, 4. Let the guilty prophet perish. 1, 2. Woe to him, he shall perish. He hath spoken falsely against our land, and us as we have heard with our ears. Let the guilty prophet perish. So go ye forth, seize on him, he shall die. Wonderful. Goodness me. So look, it's fast, it's furious, it's tricky. So do practice it and have fun, because honestly, once you get the shapes of these melodies, like I said, it's like formation dance. It's great fun. So everybody, that's enough angst for one evening. And we've just literally in the last 2 minutes passed the exact halfway point of Elijah at Home rehearsals. Congratulations, altos. Thank you very much indeed for being here for this momentous occasion. Let's now turn, please, to Be Not Afraid, which is number 22 and is the last thing we're going to look at tonight, but it's quite substantial. We'll sing it twice, and by the end of tonight, you will have a brand new shiny earworm to get stuck in your head for the next week. So this one comes after the beautiful Hear Ye Israel, which opens the second half of Elijah. Stunning soprano solo. And this grows out of that rather sad, plaintive opening. It becomes more triumphant and more positive. You know, I am thy God, be not afraid. I, thy God, will strengthen thee. And you get this dum, ta-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum. It's just like the Wedding March, just like all of these great pieces by Mendelssohn that we're all very familiar with. So Be Not Afraid starts on 1-1-3, and it's got this lovely marching rhythm. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. It's quite marching, okay? Okay, so your line from the beginning goes like this. I'm going to sing down the octave for the time being. Hope you don't mind. It's Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Let's sing that together. Nice big smiles, nice and loud. 1, 2. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Nice consonant line, nice and straightforward, I think. All right. Then the tenors. Be not afraid. Basses. Be not afraid. You then. So it's be not afraid, thy help is near. Listen to that. So it's all thirds. Da 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 da. So let's sing Be not afraid, thy help is near. Ready? 1, 2. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be careful. Is near are the same notes. One more time, please, altos. 1, 2. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Good. And then it's. So it's Be not afraid, thy help is near. Listen to that again. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum. And as we hear it carries on. Thy help is near, thy help is near. But we'll get to that bit in a minute. Let's go from the Be not afraid. So this is the last 3 notes on the middle line of page 113. Be not afraid. 1, 2. Be not afraid, thy help is near. And then, thy help is near, thy help is near. From those last 2 thy helps, and 1. Thy help is near, thy help is near. Brilliant. Let's go from the middle of that page Okay, middle of 113, your entry on the D. Ready? 1, 2. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Thy help is near. Thy help is near. Very, very good. Well done. Over the page. And now, thy help is near. Let's sing that together. After 4, 2, 3, 4. Thy help is near. Just be careful coming down the scale that we smile and support it so we don't go flat on that G sharp there. Okay, lovely. We've then got another Be Not Afraid at the top of 114, which is after 2. It's 1, 2. Okay, so it's be not afraid, thy help is near, thy help is near. Let's sing that together. 1, 2. Be not afraid, thy help is near, thy help is near. And then, thy help is near. Like trumpets. Let's sing that last one together. And 1, 2. Thy help is near. Brilliant. Excellent job. Well done. So let's go, please, from the top of 114, from your Be Not Afraid, thy help is near. Here we go. 1, 2. Be not afraid, thy help is near, thy help is near, thy help is near. Sorry, it's up to the B. So let's just do that last thy help is near. Are we ready? And 1, 2. Then the turn to bass is be not afraid, and then back to your line. And so it's bottom of 114 is 1, 2. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. And we'll just do those 4 bars, okay? Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. So the first one. Let's sing that together. Bottom of 114. 1, 2. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Good. And then, be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Let's sing that together. 1, 2. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Good. And then, thy help is near, thy help is near. Sing that for me. Top of 115 after 1. And 1. Thy help is near, thy help is near. That's a full note there. And then, God the Lord thy God saith unto thee, be not afraid. Okay, so the last phrase is nice and straightforward. So the God the Lord thy God. So let's look at that. The last bar, top of 15. We'll talk in a minute about how to get from the high note to the low note. But straight in at the moment on the C, God the Lord thy God is 3, 4. God the Lord thy God. Sing that for me. And God the Lord thy God. And then saith unto thee. And saith unto thee. Be not afraid. Okay, nice big sturdy sound there. So let's go from God the Lord thy God, please. Top of 115. 2, 3, 4. God the Lord thy God saith unto thee, be not afraid. Excellent. Really good. Now, in terms of getting that C at the top of the page, just bear in mind, in the preceding bars, we sing, thy help is near, thy help is near. So we've got G, A, B. The next note would be a C, but he's dropping down the octave. Okay? So it's thy help is near, God the Lord thy God. So just think from the B, think upper semitone and down the octave. Ba-da-bum. That might be one way of getting that note. Let's just sing it from the bottom 114. 2, 2 there, and then we can move on. Okay, bottom of 114, Be Not Afraid. Are we ready? 1, 2. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Thy help is... One more time. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, one more time. Too busy trying to do too many clever things at once when I should just be singing. 1, 2. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Thy help is near, thy help is near to thee. For God the Lord thy God saith unto thee, Be not afraid. This is the moment we've been waiting for. The altos get this gorgeous tune. So first thing to note, it speeds up a little bit. Più animato, okay? Faster and with more animation. So here the orchestra going from this sort of Be not afraid. You go jump, 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 bum, jump, jump, jump. And we sing, The thousands languish and fall beside thee, and tens of thousands around thee perish. Okay, let's just look at that line. It's a gorgeous, very Bachian fugue subject. Okay, let's sing that together, please, altos. After 2, ready, 3, 4, 1, 2. Though thousands languish and fall beside thee, and tens of thousands around thee perish. Okay, now Linda's asking, do we go into 2? Probably, all right, but for now we'll learn it in 4, okay? Now, having got to perish at the top of 116, this is the moment where you start singing the counter melody. So this is the counter subject. So this goes against what we've just sung. So your though thousands at the top of 116 after 3 goes 1, 2, 3. Though thousands languish. Isn't that a nice little tune? Though thousands, top of 116. 1, 2, 3. Though thousands languish. Excellent, well done. And then, and fall beside thee. Middle of 116 goes 3, 4, 1. And fall beside thee. Let's sing that together. 3, 4, 1. And fall beside thee. Excellent, thank you. Then, though thousands languish and fall beside thee is the next phrase. So, middle of 116, 4 bars or so, and it goes 3, 4, 1. Though thousands languish and fall beside thee. Isn't that nice? So, listen to it just on the piano. Okay, there's some notes there that are tied together. Side, for example, and the. These are worth 3 1-beat notes. There were 3 beats in total. So let's look at Though Thousands Languish first. Last bar in the middle of 116 is Though thousands languish. Sing for me. Though thousands languish. And then and fall beside thee. Start and, please. 1, 2, 3. And fall beside thee. Good. And then, and tens of thousands around thee perish. Listen to that again. And tens of thousands around thee perish. One more time with the right notes, England. And tens of thousands around thee perish. So we've got C sharp and tens, which is a semitone, of, which is a tone, thousands, which is a tone, and tens of thousands around thee perish. Sing for me, altos. Last bar of 116. 3, 4, 1. And tens of thousands around thee perish. Excellent. Let's run that, please, altos. A good place to pick that up from would be, let's go from though thousands, middle of 116, last bar, please. Okay, here we go after 1, 3, 4, 1. Though thousands languish and fall beside thee, and tens of thousands around thee perish. Excellent. Well done. Now, we're at the top of 117. So we get a little version of "Though thousands languish." It goes like this. 1, 2, though thousands languish and fall beside thee. Let's sing that together. Third bar, top of 117, starting on an A. After 2, ready? 1, 2, though thousands languish and fall beside thee. Sorry, it's "though thousands languish and fall and fall." One more time, please. 1, 2, though thousands languish and fall beside thee. Good, and then, and tens of thousands around thee perish, and tens of thousands around thee perish. So you sort of ask the question and answer it in one go. All right, listen to that. And tens of thousands around thee perish, and tens of thousands around thee perish. Let's sing that together. This is middle of 117. Third bar. Ready? After 1 and 1. And tens of thousands around thee perish, and tens of thousands around thee perish. Very good. We then sing around thee, just to finish off the page. So sing that for me. 1, 2, 3. Around thee. Now let's sing from the top of page 117. And the good news is, altos, we've only got a page or so of this tricky stuff before we're back to the familiar territory, and the last couple of pages are substantially easier. All right, this is hard, without doubt. Middle of 117, sorry, top of 117. Third bar, though thousands languish. Ready? After 2. 1, 2, though thousands languish and fall beside thee. And 1, and tens of thousands around thee perish, and tens of thousands around thee perish, around thee. Fabulous. Now at the top of 118. Though thousands languish and fall beside thee, yet still it shall not come nigh thee. Let's have a look at this. This is the first 7 bars or so on page 118. I'm going to have a sip of drink. I would invite you to do the same. Okay, so your line goes, top of 118 is 1, 2, though thousands languish and fall beside thee, yet still it shall not come nigh thee. So another one of these examples where the last part of it is quite simple but a little bit tricky at the start of it. So one more time from the top of 118, just listen to it. 1, 2. Okay, so the first bit is 1, 2, though thousands languish and fall. Sing that for me. 1, 2, though thousands languish and fall. Good, and then beside thee and fall, and beside thee and fall, and then beside thee and beside thee. So let me sing the whole thing from the start of the page. 1, 2, though thousands languish and fall beside thee and fall beside thee. Sing that with me, please, altos. Top 118. 1, 2, though thousands languish and fall beside thee and fall beside thee. And then, yet still it shall not come nigh thee. And yet still it shall not come nigh thee. Excellent. Okay, so let's go from the top of the page, top of 118, though thousands languish. Are we ready? After 2. 1, 2. Though thousands languish and fall beside thee, yet still it shall not come nigh thee. And then we're at the middle of 118. It's then 1, 2. Though thousands languish and fall beside thee. Oh, C sharps. Sorry, I've had my iPad on the small screen version. Clearly, I need to get my eyes tested. Should have gone to that place. Okay, so there we are. That's a bit better. Can actually read it. So Though thousands languish and fall. It is. Oh no, it was a C natural. I played it right. Who'd have known it? Right. Sorry, altos. Middle of 118, third bar, middle system. It's 1, 2. Though thousands languish and fall beside thee. Let's sing that together, please. Here we go. 1, 2. Though thousands languish and fall beside thee. Good. And then, though thousands languish and fall beside thee. So it's the same note over the page. So we get thousands languish and fall beside thee. Good. Let's sing that together, please. This is the last though thousands on 118. Starting on a B after 2. 1, 2. Though thousands languish and fall beside thee. And then, yet still it shall not come nigh thee. 1, 2, 3. Yet still it shall not come nigh thee. And then, back to home turf. We sing, be not afraid. Be not afraid. So let's sing those two. Be not afraid. So the basses sing, be not afraid. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. And then we get dragged back to G major. We've arrived at the bottom of page 119. And this is, well, we're on the home stretch now. 2 pages to go, okay? And this is based very clearly on what's gone before. It's not the same, but it's based on what's gone before. Bottom 119, alto line goes. Listen to it. So it's, be not afraid, thy help is near. With me. Be not afraid, thy help is near. One more time for luck, because it's different, isn't it? 1, 2. Be not afraid, thy help is near. And then, for he is near, thy help. Okay, we're just going to do that. For he is near, thy help. Okay, each of those long notes I'm clicking 3 times because it's 3 beats. Let's sing that together, please. For he. The last 2 notes on page 119. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. For he is near, thy help. Good. And so after that first note of help, in fact, I'll go from the start of help, which is the top of 120. All right, from that second bar. So it's 1, 2. Help is near. Okay, sing help for me. It's 3 beats on help. The second note is 2, and the next one is 1. So it's help straight in after 2, 1, 2. Help is near. Good. And then thy help is near. Same idea, just up a tone. So we're now at the last part, top of 120. After 1 and a 1. Thy help is near. And then big moment for you altos. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Okay, middle of 120, sing with me. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Fab. Let's go from your first entry on page 119, not the first entry, the first reprise of Be Not Afraid, bottom of 119 to there. Ready, altos? 1, 2. Be not afraid, thy help is near, for he is near. Thy help is near, thy help is near. Be not afraid. Fabulous. There's lots of those 3 beat notes going across the bar. If you've been singing with me for a while, you know what I'm going to say next. Grow through those notes. Every time you're singing a 3 beat note that goes across the bar, really push through, because Mendelssohn is setting you up to clash with another part and then release that tension. So it's tension and release, tension and release. It's lovely to listen to, particularly if you sing through. We're doing so well. A page to go. Now this next section is really catchy. So this is the bottom of 120, and we sing after 4, 3, 4. Be not afraid, for he is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid. should sound familiar because we just sang it. It's exactly the same as we sang, isn't it? Be not afraid, for he is near. It's very similar. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, so let's sing that together. Bottom 120. Ready? 3, 4. Be not afraid, for he is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Good. And then, be not afraid, thy help is near. Okay, now the notes at the top of 121, the long note on afraid, well, the B is 4 beats on the B, and it's 3 beats on the A, and then 3 beats on help. Okay, so it's be not afraid, thy help is near. Tell a lie, help is 4 beats. So it's 4 on the first note afraid, 3 on the second, a thy, and then 4 beats on the help is near. Okay, and then just the last little bit. This is just so gorgeous. You sing, be not afraid, be not afraid. You do that twice. Sing that with me, altos. It's my favourite bit. So it's 1, 2, and be not afraid, be not afraid. Okay, each of those fraids is 3 beats, so watch me to come off, and then to the end, thy help is near, be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Now obviously we'll go at a slower pace than that, but I want to get to singing it, so most of it is moving by step. There's one bar where the pitches are the same, and that's frayed and saith. Otherwise, it moves by step. Sing it with me. Thy help. And 1. Thy help is near. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Fantastic. Well done, altos. Very, very well done. It's a lot of music to get through in one session. We're going to sing that now twice through, okay? And do bear in mind, if you have to go at 6 o'clock on the dot, completely understand. We're all busy people with lives of your own. But if you can stay and sing it through twice, that would be fantastic. So what we'll do is we will... where are we? Good. So we will sing it with the little intro. Okay, so over the page, back page 112, the soprano will sing, be not afraid, for I, thy God, nice top A, will strengthen thee, and then we're in. Okay, so if you have a drink, please do hydrate yourselves. We're going to have the Be Not Afraid intro. Take it away, soprano soloist.
Be not afraid. Be not afraid.
Four bars. 3, 2, 1, 2.
Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, thy help is near.
1, 2.
Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Thy help is near. Thy help is near.
3, 4.
Thy help, thy help is near.
3, 4, 1, 2.
Be not afraid, thy help is near. Thy help is near. Thy help is near.
And
Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Thy help is near. Thy help is near. God the Lord, thy God, saith unto thee, be not afraid.
your big moment, altos. And
The thousands languish fall beside thee, and tens of thousands around. the thousands languish, and for beside thee, the thousands languish, and for beside thee, and tens of thousands around thee perish.
3, 4, 1.
The thousands languish and fall and fall beside thee, and tens of thousands around thee perish, and tens of thousands around thee perish around thee. The thousands languish and fall beside thee, and fall beside thee, yet still it shall not come nigh thee.
3, 4, 1, 2. The
Thousands in languish and fall beside thee. The thousands in languish and fall beside thee. Yet still it shall not come nigh thee.
and
Be not afraid. Be not afraid.
ready and
Be not afraid, thy help is near, for he is near. Thy help is near, thy help is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, for he is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near.
big moment.
Be not afraid. Be not afraid. Thy help is near. Be not afraid, saith God the
Fabulous. Well done, altos. Great job. Great job. Did you enjoy that? I had the best time. Honestly, the alto line is such a good sing. I'm going to ask you to do something for me, okay? And I know all of you are good at watching the conductor, but at the very end, saith God the Lord, okay? It's just the same note. God the Lord. Can you write in your scores to just look at the screen, okay, and follow me, God the Lord. I'm sure, I know there are people out there who are looking at the score, okay. Sing with me and we'll be all together at the end. Now we're going to do that all over again. If you have to go, it's absolutely fine. We'll see you on Monday, if not before. Of course, it's the tenors tomorrow and the bass is on Friday. You are more than welcome to come along and sing along. I know for a fact we've got a whole load of sopranos in tonight who have been singing and using it as an opportunity to learn the piece once more with feeling, dear friends. So, once more, Unto the Breach. Take it away, please. Now, but remember, it's quite a loud soprano solo. So here we go.
Be not afraid. Be not afraid. For
4 bars. 3, 2, 1, 2.
Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Thy help is near, thy help is near.
3, 4.
Thy help is near.
3, 4, 1, 2.
Be not afraid, thy help is near, thy help is near, thy help is near. Be afraid, saith God the Lord. Be not afraid, saith God the Lord. Thy help is near, thy help is near. God the Lord thy God saith unto thee, be not afraid.
And
The thousands languish above beside thee, and tens of thousands around thee perish. The thousands languish, and fall beside thee. The thousands languish, and fall beside thee, and tens of thousands around thee perish.
and
The thousands languish of all and fall beside thee, and tens of thousands around thee perish, and tens of thousands around thee perish around thee. The thousands languish and fall beside thee, and fall beside thee, yet still it shall not come nigh thee. Thousands languish and fall beside thee. The thousands languish and fall beside thee, yet still it shall not come nigh thee. Be not afraid. Be not afraid.
and
Be not afraid, thy help is near, for he is near. Thy help is near, thy help is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, for he is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, be not afraid, thy help is near. Be not afraid, saith
absolutely fantastic. Well done, altos. I can't tell you how much this music fires me up. I shall have trouble sleeping tonight singing this alto part. It's just going to be going round and round and round. And what a lovely problem to have. So thank you for your time this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here as we passed that amazing milestone of halfway through Elijah at Home. Staggering, really. I can't wait to sing this with you in November. Then, of course, we will open it up to you to record, and we will then hear you singing this. Now, a couple of people have said in the comments, just as we've gone, gosh, there's a lot to do. I can't imagine recording this. Just remember, when we recorded this, or when we were learning it, people saying, this is really hard, or I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. And what we got in the end was absolutely phenomenal. So if you're in any way worried about it, first remember, you don't have to submit everything. You just do one chorus. The other thing is you've got plenty of time to practice and ages and ages and ages to record this. So it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. There's going to be tears streaming down my face when I hear Self-Isolation Choir singing Be Not Afraid, because it's what we're all about. Well, almost. Next week, you see, Lift Thine Eyes. That's going to be the one. That's going to get me right here. So, altos, thank you so much for your time tonight. Great to see you. Do drop along tomorrow. The tenors are here. The basses are here. It's always lovely to see you. But otherwise, I'll see you on Monday. So if we'll see you then, have a great weekend and take care, everybody. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.